Roger Craig, he's chased, he's on the run.
I don't think he made it. He didn't make it.
And now the ball does come loose. Fumbles. Now he runs with the ball inside the 5. Touchdown.
Today, here in the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, winners of 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls square up to do battle. The Los Angeles Raiders against the San Francisco 49ers.
Ray Wersching will kick off for the 49ers as the LA Raiders have won the toss and have elected to receive. Clee Montgomery on the right and Sam Seal on the left will be the receivers. Bill Walsh, who was an assistant coach back in 1966 with the Oakland Raiders when Tom Flores was the quarterback of the team. And we're underway. Seal about 4 yards in the end zone. And a good tackle inside the 20-yard line. Derek Harmon in on the play. The Los Angeles Raiders, a sputtering offense, Wayne.
They say that first down is the key for them. And I would imagine that we might see a little San Francisco offense from them. Some short passes to start out with and a lot of featuring Marcus Allen.
Come out of the I formation. Milt McCole is in the game at linebacker for the 49ers. In motion is Dokie Williams. And on the first play of the game, Marcus Allen gets a couple, and Ricky Ellison is there, 2 former USC Trojans. What is San Francisco looking for defensively?
Well, I think they really feel that they've got to stop Todd Christensen, their possession receiver for the Oakland Raiders. They're going to double him up. For the LA Raiders, rather than we did it first, they're going to double him up with safeties and linebackers all day long.
There are a lot of people here who still consider them the Oakland Raiders. Second down and 9. The ball is on the 14. In motion is Jesse Hester, the rookie. And here is Allen. No, this is Frank Hawkins. Stopped shy of the 20-yard line. He'll be short by about 2.5 yards for the first down, and Milt McCall makes the tackle for the 49ers. 49ers bring in the nickel package now. It'll be 3rd and 3. Ball just short of the 20-yard line. Fred Dean and Gary Big Hands Johnson up front, 4-man front. Plunkett has some time. And Jesse Hester, the rookie from Florida State, defended by Ronnie Lott. And the 49ers hold. Here is Ray Guy in his 13th year. His average is higher now than it was at the end of last year. And Dana McLemore, who's got the speed to break it. McLemore at the 43 and gets into Raider territory. They'll mark it down at about the 48-yard line where Frank Hawkins makes the tackle. So the 49ers on offense, what does Bill Walsh have in mind?
Dick, I think he wants to take the Raider defense and keep them back on their heels a little bit. So he's going to feature a short passing game. On that Magic 25 play list of his, the bulk of them are short passes.
First and 10 for the 49ers at the Raider 48. Joe Montana as Roger Craig and Wendell Tyler split backs. Pass on first down. And it's caught by Freddie Solomon. And will be enough for a 1st and 10 now at the 35-yard line, a gain of 13. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Quickly, the Raiders' defensive line, and Howie Long is going to be a man they're going to watch all day. And a different alignment now for the 49ers, Wayne. What are they doing?
I think they've got an unbalanced line out there now with Bubba Parrish and Keith Farnhorst, the 2 tackles on the same side. Wendell Tyler maybe inside.
It's Wendell Tyler inside, bounces off a couple of tacklers. Wendell Tyler running with an unbalanced offensive line is brought down by Rod Martin after picking up about 3 yards. There is Rod Martin, all-pro outside linebacker.
Way at the right of your screen will be number 77, Bubba Parrish. Unbalanced line starts out to the right with Roger Craig on the lead block, and then Tyler cuts it back over here. Just something to keep the Raiders thinking defensively.
Second down and 8. Stacy Turan is the nickel back for the Raiders. Montana looking to run. They'll have a first down and will run out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, a gain of 12, and that's the dimension that the Raiders are going to have to deal with all afternoon.
If the Raiders told us before this game that they were really concerned about this, especially when Montana ran to his right. They wanted to force him to run left, to come out of the pocket to his left, because he's 85% efficient coming out to his right and only about 50% efficient going to his left. But you see what happens here. He's more apt to run going to his left, more apt to throw going to his right.
He ran and got the first down on the 20 of the Raiders. Montana up the middle to Roger Craig. Touchdown, San Francisco. And for Roger Craig, that is his 6th touchdown of the season. And what a tremendous start for the third-year running back from Nebraska. 20-yard pass play.
Craig comes out of the backfield to the right. They clear with the tight end. He runs a circle pattern. Past Matt Millen, number 55, and in for 6.
Matt Cavanaugh will attempt the conversion, and Ray Wershing, who has made 115 straight conversions, currently the longest streak in the NFL, make it 116. And here's the reaction from the quarterback.
The easiest throw a quarterback can make, over the middle and short, and Montana got it.
So Roger Craig opens the scoring for the 49ers. We join play again after the kickoff. The Raiders in possession.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders on their own 8-yard line. So for the second time, they start out in poor field position. Play action over the middle. Todd Christensen, the tight end. First down to the 25-yard line, where Mike Walter makes the tackle from his inside linebacking position. Christensen coming into this weekend as the top receiver in the NFL. Remember, he caught 92 2 years ago to lead the league. 1st and 10 at the 25. In motion is Goki Williams. Running to the right is Marcus Allen. Allen crosses the 30-yard line. And a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Wayne Walker and Dick Stockton here in Los Angeles, and it's 7-0 49ers.
And if I were playing defense for the 49ers right now, Dick, I'd be concerned about a deep pass.
2nd and 3 on the 32. Goki Williams in motion. Instead, they hand it off inside. Marcus Allen shy of a first down by a little more than a yard, and the tackle made by Michael Carter and Dwayne Board up front. It'll be 3rd down and short, a little more than a yard. Jesse Hester, the rookie from Florida State, comes out to the left. Third and short, Plunkett going deep for Hester. He's got it. Eric Wright covering on the play, and a gain of 39 yards to Jesse Hester, who caught his first NFL touchdown pass last week against Kansas City.
Great call. Boy, that's not a conservative call at all. Eric Wright on Jesse Hester, who the Raiders think of as much of Hester as the 49ers do their rookie Jerry Rice, and this tells you why. He beats one of the best cover men in the league.
Jim Plunkett with a big gainer, and the Raiders are in business. 1st and 10 at the 49er 27. Marcus Allen diving forward to the 25-yard line and a gain of 2. Dwayne Board making the stop. Allen, the complete player, leading the Raiders in rushing, has also caught 8 passes coming into the game. A long 8 now for the Raiders. 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The 49ers scored the first time they had the ball and lead it 7-0. Allen. He's back from the eye to the 21-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 5. Milt McCall and Ricky Ellison make the stop on Marcus Allen. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Keep in mind that Plunkett is working with Don Mosbar, former #1 draft pick at center. They had their problems last week. Jeff Fuller and Dana McLemore in the secondary for the 49ers. Plunkett getting enough time. Not anymore, and a flag is down, thrown upfield. Dwayne Board and Michael Carter combined on the sack, but a penalty marker is down.
Holding 42 defense.
Ronnie Lott holding on the play, and that'll be an automatic first down for Los Angeles. He's number 42.
42 up on the line right there, working against Todd Christensen. The 5-yard bump rule's in effect. Now he's got to get his hands off him.
You talked about how tough it is to defend against Todd Christensen, how he gets off the line and gets open.
And he had a man for man that time.
2 tight ends for the Raiders. Trey Junkin joins Christensen, 1st and 10 on the 15 now. And Allen is thrown for a loss. Fine aggressive defense. Manu Tuiasosopo forcing in to make the play. 2nd down. Jim Smith, who's strong in goal line receptions. Former Pittsburgh Steeler replaces Dougie Williams. Frank Hawkins goes in motion. Plunkett going up the middle, incomplete, and he was looking for Jim Smith, who's got the size to muscle his way around the goal line. Wayne.
Good coverage downfield that time by the 49ers. Plunkett just threw that ball away. He's about 225 pounds, big, strong legs, and he can take a lot of hits back there without it bothering him.
3rd and 10 at the 15. Dougie Williams back in there for the Raiders. Plunkett's pass caught by Smith. It looks to be short of a first down. Let's see where they mark the ball. Jim Smith, who played with the Steelers and more recently with the USFL. And it's going to be 4th down for the Raiders.
Decision time.
4th and 2. And the ball resting on the 7-yard line, and they're going to bring in their place kicker, Chris Barr, to get on the board. Here is Chris Barr, who was 1 for 2 in field goals. He missed a 43, and he's made a 30. This will be a 25-yard attempt. Holding is Mark Wilson, the backup quarterback. And the kick is good. So the Raiders now trail by a score of 7-3. The big play was a 39-yard pass from Jim Plunkett to Jesse Hester, but the 49er defense stiffened. And with 6 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter, here in the battle between the Niners and the Raiders, it's now 7-3. Carl Monroe, who had been injured recently, is back there along with Derek Harmon. And it's Carl Monroe bringing it out for the 49ers. Monroe gets by a couple of defenders. And a good return by Carl Monroe out to about the 37-yard line. A 38-yard kickoff return by Monroe. Andy Parker knocked him out of bounds.
When you talk about the importance of special teams, just consider this. Both times that the 49ers kicked off to the Raiders, they got them inside the 20-yard line. This time on the kickoff, the 49ers special team gets them out in good field position.
Carl Monroe, who's maybe the best receiver of all the running backs for the 49ers. 6:32 to go in the first quarter. 7-3 to score. 1st and 10 at the 37 for San Francisco. Wendell Tyler going outside and tripped up. Stacy Turan, in his 2nd year from Notre Dame, made a fine play on Wendell Tyler.
The play may have looked like it was designed to go inside, but it is not. It's designed for him to bounce it out here because the tight end over on this left side is trying to get a hook block. C-71 Fawnhorst, the tackle turning inside, and a block right here. So that's a designed play to bounce out.
Tyler goes out of the game, and Derek Harmon, in his 2nd year from Cornell, replaces him. 2nd down and 4 at the 43, and Harmon goes in motion. Montana, quick pass to Harmon, and he has the first down. Still going and knocked out of bounds. He made quite a move on Rod Martin on the far sideline. Reggie McKenzie and Van McElroy finally brought him down, but a good cut and a 15-yard pickup for Harmon.
Well, Derek Harmon, perhaps the best outside runner on the team. Just a 2nd-year player on Rod Martin right there, and Martin's in trouble a step away. Harmon strong in the legs and pulled away from that tackle.
1st and 10, San Francisco on the Raider 42. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. A design rollout. Montana in trouble. But he completed the pass to Roger Craig and actually picked up a couple of yards. The quick thinking instincts of quarterback Joe Montana avoiding a loss.
A great defensive rush by Howie Long that time, too. It's so important to get upfield right here and then abort Montana's plans by doing this. We mentioned they're going to concentrate on that because they want to prevent Montana from rolling right. He's much more effective that way than he is going the other way.
Montana is 4 for 4 for 50 yards, and of course the touchdown pass to Roger Craig.
Kind of demoralizing though in a way. You know, you play the defense as good as you can and they still pick up a yard.
Second down and 9. Jerry Rice, the rookie from Mississippi Valley State, number 80 at the top of the screen. Montana to Rice. Jerry Rice at the 10-yard line. A big play for the 49ers at 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Mike Haynes makes the tackle, and there's the rookie the 49ers think so much of on a 33-yard pickup.
Both teams' #1 draft choices have come through now in this ball game. Hester for the Raiders, and this is Jerry Rice. This is just a great throw by Montana. Good protection, no hands in front of his face. Working against Mike Haynes over there. Takes it inside, and Haynes come in to make the play.
When you beat a guy like Mike Haynes inside, you've done something special. 1st and goal at the 9 for the 49ers, and Joe Montana is still perfect on the day. Roger Craig off the left side and out of bounds at the 3-yard line. He was following the blocking of his tight end Russ Francis, and Rod Martin made the play on Roger Craig. The 49ers leading 7-3 are threatening here. 2nd down and goal at the 3-yard line. And it's Wendell Tyler bouncing off Brad Van Pelt, the 13-year veteran who's outstanding against the run, and the former Giant and Minnesota Viking, and it'll be 3rd and short for the 49ers.
Good control right there at the line of scrimmage by the Raiders, and really kind of a tentative run by Wendell Tyler after he got the handoff in short yards. He was looking for a hole right away, and instead of trying to pick up a sure yard or two on that and then bounce it.
Time remaining in the 1st quarter. Dick Stockton and Wayne Walker here at sold-out Los Angeles Coliseum. 3rd down and 5. There was a loss on that play. Montana was going for Jerry Rice, who was claiming he was bumped by Lester Hayes. But no flag is down, and so it's 4th down, and now Bill Walsh is going to send in Ray Wersching. Hayes played Rice well.
Yeah, he'll play anybody well. He's tough, the next linebacker in college, and he gets his hands all over you right away. I know he didn't want Jerry Rice to get inside on him, but he did. And he still ended up playing the defense rather well.
I don't think Jerry Rice has played the likes of this man at Mississippi Valley State. Matt Cavanaugh will be holding for Ray Wersching. This will be a 22-yard attempt. Wersching is 0 for 1 in field goal tries coming into this game. But this one is good, and Wersching kicks his first field goal of the season. And with 4:05 remaining in the 1st quarter, we've gone up and down the field, some big pass plays, and plenty of scoring for 1 quarter.
During the 2nd quarter, both clubs had field goal opportunities, but San Francisco's Ray Wersching had his attempt blocked, and Chris Barr missed for the Raiders. We're now inside the last 2 minutes of the half, and the 49ers are on a drive.
Carl Monroe, good receiver, number 32 in the backfield along with Roger Craig. Montana going up on top. Jerry Rice. And they say it is caught, and a 1st down at the 10-yard line. Lester Hayes and Van McElroy, and a 38-yard pass. Montana gets a big chunk of yardage to the rookie, Jerry Rice.
Let's see, starts in. See how Hayes plays him if he gets a bump up here. He doesn't get a bump on him, so it's a foot race now. And did you see Jerry Rice put it in another gear when the ball was in the air? And look out for the camera, guys.
Ooh. We hope he's all right. It was Lester Hayes, the man beaten. Yep, he's fine. Beaten by Jerry Rice. 1st and goal at the 10. Montana down back at the 19-yard line by Jeff Barnes. Coming in from the outside linebacking position. Barnes just stormed in on Joe Montana. Loss of 8. 1:06 and the clock is running. 2nd down and 18. Montana forced to run, chased by Long, and Joe Montana will stop the clock as he goes out of bounds at the 13-yard line with 54 seconds to go in the half. The 49ers cannot get a first down. It is 3rd down and goal, in essence, on the 14-yard line with 54 seconds to go and 1 timeout left. They are in position, of course, if they do not score here, to try a field goal. Dwight Clark to the bottom of your screen as Montana calls the audible. Craig inside the 10, and it looks like the 49ers are just trying to set up a field goal possibility here in the waning seconds of this first half. Tackled by Dave Stalls for the Raiders.
Five-yard gain.
It's 4th down, and the 49ers want to make sure that they run off enough time so that the Raiders don't get another chance to do something when they have the ball. They have 1 timeout remaining. Of course, you can't let too much time run down, Wayne.
You don't want it to get less than 5 seconds, because if you get a penalty, you want to have time to kick it again.
And that's just what they wanted. The 49ers have used up their last timeout with 5 seconds to go in the half to set up Ray Wersching's field goal attempt. He has made a 22-yard field goal to give the Niners their 10-3 lead, and later on had a 28-yarder blocked. This will be a 27-yard attempt. Matt Cavanaugh holding.
Okay, Worthing set the field goal. Matt Cavanaugh to hold.
And the flag is down. The kick is good, but a penalty marker is down. So hold it. It's against the Raiders. The 49ers will decline. And it's 13-3 in favor of the San Francisco 49ers.
So a 10-point lead for San Francisco at the half. On the first 4 possessions of the 3rd quarter, neither team gained much ground. 5 minutes remain in the quarter now, and the 49ers have the ball.
3rd down and 15 for Montana. His pass to Dwight Clark is caught. Complete, shy of the 35-yard line, and good for a first down. So when in doubt, Joe Montana goes to his favorite target.
A great touch throw, too. Now, they're playing zone over here. Look at Lester Hayes playing it loose. He's got short help from Rod Martin, the linebacker. Or rather, that was Haynes. And Montana lofted it in there. And a good job up front here. Fahnhorst runs long out of the pocket.
And that's the first reception of the game for Dwight Clark. Good for 20 yards. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Play action pass. Montana finds an open Jerry Rice. And another first down into Raider territory. Van McElroy makes the tackle. A 23-yard pickup to the 43-yard line. And the rookie sensation is showing why the 49ers traded up to draft him.
Yes, he showed you the speed on that fade pattern. Now watch his jumping ability. He just goes up and plucks this one out of the air. And we talked to him a couple weeks ago, Dick. He said, I've always had great hands. He said, I got hands like sponges.
And they're big hands as well. And he said he was so embarrassed as a youngster that he kept his hands in his pockets. That's how self-conscious he was. Roger Craig on first down, straight ahead to the 37-yard line. And the tackle made by Matt Millen and the strong safety Mike Davis.
This was the time of the game now that Bill Walsh felt that he could probably start running a little bit against the Raiders because their defense would be tiring down.
The big play getting into Raider territory. 2 passes. Dwight Clark for 20 and Jerry Rice for 23 as the time down to 4 minutes remaining. 2nd down and 4 at the Raider 37. Tyler in motion. Craig. First down and more. And it was Van McElroy who may have saved a touchdown. And a terrific block by Randy Cross up front.
Cross is 51 right there as he helps turn out on Howie Long and Wendell Tyler downfield, getting a block for Craig. The man that Bill Walsh says is the best all-around back in football right now.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week told us yesterday, my teammates are counting more on me each time. I can feel it. 1st and 10 at the 21. Tyler spins his way inside the 15. And Van McElroy again makes the stop. Pressure for the Raiders and for Tom Flores. Defense one of the best in the league. But right now, the 49ers moving the ball nicely. 2nd down and 3 on the 14-yard line. Tyler again in motion. And the pass is batted at the line of scrimmage, deflected. And it's Bill Pickell, the nose tackle, who got a hand on it. Here in the 3rd quarter, there's been no scoring so far, and it's still 13-3, San Francisco. Flag is down. Montana finds Clark, who's in for the touchdown. But we'll wait and see with the penalty marker down. A 14-yard play to Dwight Clark.
Defense, offside, decline.
The touchdown will count. Joe Montana to Dwight Clark, 14 yards. The penalty declined, and the San Francisco 49ers now lead it 19-3.
I'll tell you, going to the right, back across the grain, watching Plant throw across his body to the left after he's moving right. He knows exactly what he can do in those situations because they practice this scramble drill weekly.
And Ray Wersching in the try for the 20th point for the 49ers. 2:27 to go in the 3rd. Kavanaugh holds, and the kick is good. 20-3, the 49ers have taken the lead. They went 80 yards in 9 plays. Joe Montana has thrown 2 touchdown passes to Roger Craig on the first drive and to Dwight Clark on this last drive that went 80 yards and consumed 3.5 minutes, and the 49ers lead it 20-3. The Raiders lost to Kansas City a week ago Thursday by 16, trailed by 17 right now. And there you see Cleve Montgomery on the left and Sam Seal on the right. Ray Wersching kicking off for San Francisco. Picked up short and carried back to the 40-yard line. It was Frank Hawkins on the receiving end. And there's Dwight Clark, who came into this game as a force late, caught 2 passes on the scoring drive. 1st and 10 for Jim Plunkett and the Raiders on their own 39-yard line. Plunkett loses the ball, and the 49ers have come up with it. And they're still going with it. Milt McCall, and Milt McCall is going to go in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It was Jim Stuckey who made the hit, and McCall took care of the rest. 28 yards.
Says a lot about the 49er depth. Stuckey and McCall are normally guys that don't get a lot of playing time. They're not the big names, but McCall playing because Keena Turner's out, came in on a blitz that time. Stuckey made the hit. The ball popped loose. McCall was right there with it.
26-3 the score.
Watch it here. Stuckey will come from Plunkett's right, left of the screen. There's the hit. McCall was back there also. He scrambles up, is down on it, realizes nobody's around him. And a former Stanford player whose dad played in this league goes in for his first career 6.
5-year free agent from Stanford. He's 6'6", good leverage. There's Wersching. Kick is good.
So the 49ers took a 24-point lead into the 4th quarter. Time was running out for the Raiders.
1st and 10. Raiders on the 49er, 41. Plunkett dumps it off. Todd Christensen, and held up there by Ronnie Lott. Former #1 draft pick Don Mosbar has moved in at center. Maybe a changing of the guard for the Raiders there, Wayne.
There has only been 2 centers in the history of this franchise, Jim Otto and Dave Dalby, who Mosbar is starting in place of today. There's Dalby on the sidelines. He's played in 192 straight games. Never missed one for the Raiders.
Jeff Stover comes in and sacks Jim Plunkett. 6th sack of the ball game for the 49er defense, and that's been the name of their game today.
Stover, number 72, on a stunt with great speed. They told you he was a shot putter at Oregon, and when the 49ers tried him out, they timed him at 4.6 in a 40, which is what some running backs run, and Plunkett is hurt.
He is in pain, and he's coming out.
hate to see that. He's suffered a lot in his career with injuries. Always came back.
You don't know who else, as you look at Mark Wilson, the second-string quarterback, warming up, has been on the roller coaster, experiencing the highs and lows of a pro football career more than Jim Plunkett, who reached the depths when he went from the Patriots to the 49ers and then got a job with the Raiders and then led them to a Super Bowl, asked to be traded, came back and came through again. Here is the play that forced the injury. Stover.
Got Plunkett off his feet and was exuberant with the tackle. I don't think it was intentionally dirty or anything like that.
He came in healthy at camp this year after missing almost 9 games last season, but Jim Plunkett is hurt and out of the ball game and has been replaced by Mark Wilson, a former #1 pick from Brigham Young in his 5th year. 3rd down and 12 at the 43, and Wilson is sacked by Todd Shell. And Plunkett leaves the field.
And I know that there's a guy wearing that same number 16 on the other side of the field that has some empathy for Jim Plunkett. Joe Montana told me a couple years ago, asked him who he admired as quarterbacks in the league, and he said Jim Plunkett, because he wins, and he always gets back up.
Threw for 257 yards today and hung in there against all kinds of pressure. Possible dislocation of the left shoulder is the word on Plunkett. So Dana McLemore is back, and Ray Guy is in the punt with a good high spiral, and McLemore will let it come down. Takes a bounce and is down by the Raiders right about the 5-yard line. Matt Cavanaugh is coming the ball game, and so Joe Montana is through for the afternoon. Cavanaugh played most of the preseason for the 49ers. Replaces Joe Montana. 1st and 10 for San Francisco. At the 9-yard line. Into the line. Roger Craig. Reggie McKenzie, rookie inside linebacker, making the tackle. Joe Montana's day, 2 touchdown passes.
His job's not over, though. You saw him signaling the plays in. With Cavanaugh in there. Cavanaugh, of course, a lot stronger arm going downfield than Montana. Not as mobile, but a real quality backup quarterback.
Started one game and was victorious against Philadelphia last year. 2nd down and 8. Keeping the ball on the ground. Penalty marker down as Wendell Tyler carries it out.
68 offense decline, 3rd down.
Decline. John Ayers.
This is not the holding, but watch number 77, Bubba Paris, against Townsend here. Bubba said he wants to dominate people. He's trying to win 2 out of 3 falls there.
I think he got it. It'll be 3rd and 5. Back on the 14-yard line with 8:50 remaining in the 4th quarter. Cavanaugh under pressure and down inside the 10. Rod Martin and Greg Townsend, who got the first contact. Martin gets credit for the 3rd sack for the Raiders today.
Yes, I think Bubba Paris got Greg Townsend a little excited with the play before last, because it was Townsend who came in and really should be credited with that sack.
So Max Runeker, who has punted well for the 49ers from his own end zone, gets it away. Clee Montgomery in San Francisco territory. Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The Raiders go to work next week against the Patriots on the road. 1st and 10 on the 34. Wilson gone for Doki Williams, and pass interference against San Francisco. Dana McLemore was not looking up at the ball when he made contact with Doki Williams.
That's the key. If you're looking back now, a defensive back can have incidental contact with the wide receiver, but McLemore was practically face guarding that time.
And that'll be a 1st and goal at the 1.
Defensive pass interference, number 43, first down on the 1.
And a shove to boot. A dislocated shoulder, excuse me.
I'm just going to say, we just got the word that it is indeed a dislocated shoulder for Jim Plunkett, so he will be gone and for a while, and he'll be missed.
And that really is too bad for the 15-year veteran, because he came to camp healthy, and at worst, the Raiders would have been 1 and 2. 1st and goal at the 1. Wilson, penalty marker down. Wilson will go in unmolested for the score, but there was another flag down. Pat Haggerty's going to start doing commercials. He's getting so famous here. Penalty will be against San Francisco. It's declined. Touchdown Raiders. Their first touchdown of the game.
Good ball handling by Wilson here. Wants to play action pass, nothing there. And then rolls it in. And, you know, on defense, you hate to lose a shutout. You get very few of them in this league, and you hate to lose it when you're on defense.
Well, the 49ers had not given up a touchdown since the first quarter against Atlanta last week. There's another one, and Barr, with Wilson holding, makes good.
A consolation touchdown for Los Angeles, but it was to be the 49ers who would have the last word.
1st and 10 for Matt Cavanaugh and the 49ers on the 12-yard line. Bill Ring up the middle for a couple. The Raiders had 10 days to get ready for this game after their thrashing at the hands of Kansas City, Wayne. And coming in, the 49ers didn't really know who they were. They had played virtually 2 solid quarters out of 8 in their first 2 games.
That's true, and a lot of times, you know, that having those extra days to prepare, it can work against you, because you think about it too much, you get too much stuff in, and you don't know what to eliminate.
2nd down and 7. The clock runs. Derek Harmon and Bill Ring, second string tandem in there now. Ring pulls his way inside and in for the touchdown. Bill Ring, who sparked the 49er victory on special teams with a fumble recovery last week against Atlanta, goes 9 yards for the touchdown to make it 33-10 49ers.
This is a guy that contributes every week, whether it's on special teams or carrying the ball here. He's in there now because he will not fumble. He protects the football as well as anybody, and that's just a tough run. That's a mailbox on wheels right there, folks. Bill Ring.
Only the 2nd touchdown of Bill Ring's career. He scored one back in 1981. Invaluable special teams player and short yardage runner. His job was in jeopardy when camp started. He hung on. Ray Wersching with the conversion. It's good.
So a comprehensive victory for the San Francisco 49ers, and naturally a happy locker room.
Joe, the offense looked real sharp. How far are you away from last year's high standards?
Well, you know, I thought we've already been playing up to those. You know, the first game we gave up the ball 5-6 times, and that's what really cost us the game early. And you know, last week it took us a while to figure out what the other team was doing early in the game, but then we finally got it on track and got it moving, and that happens in the game. You know, there's other teams out there too, and you know, they're strategizing against you to stop you, and sometimes it takes a while to break through it.
Right now, you're one of the most complete players in the NFL, and yet you don't get that recognition as one of the great backs. Does that concern you?
No, I just let my play take care of itself. Sooner or later, they're going to recognize it. I just, you know, I don't worry about that, because if I start concentrate on what people think I should be the greatest back or one of the greatest back, that's when I'll start messing up and going downhill. Right now, I just want to try to get better each week and just play best to my ability.
Well, against such a good defense, it's amazing it was such a comfortable win.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't amazing to me because I confessed it. I said, we're going to win this game, and since as though that was the case, I didn't know how bad we'd beat them, but I knew we'd beat them, though.
Mark, it was a hard day today. Looked like the 49ers defense was all over the place. How do you see the game?
We were physically outplayed. They're the defending world champs. We expected a very physical ball game. They just took it to us. There's nothing else that should be said. There's no excuses. We were beaten, and they kicked our behinds.
Looked like there was a lot of pressure on Jim Plunkett.
Yeah, and that's evident. I guess he's hurt. That's very, very unfortunate, but that's the nature of the game. Hopefully we can improve next week.
There's been a lot of talk about how hard it is to repeat. and no teams repeated in recent years. Do you think you can do it? Is it the back of your mind?
It's got to be. I mean, that's why we play every year. I mean, if we didn't think we could repeat, we shouldn't even go on the field every week. And that's the goal of everybody. We sure as hell want to try.
I tell you, it was so much fun. I can't imagine not doing it, but as I said, there are so many variables. The luck of the draw and consequences and everything else, so we'll see what happens, but we're sure going to give it a good shot, John.
The 49ers sounding and looking tremendously confident, as well they might after a win like that. As for the Raiders, they finished the game bruised and battered, and the latest news on quarterback Jim Plunkett is that he'll be out for at least 6 weeks. Backup Mark Wilson will take his place, and the Raiders will need to bounce back quickly. They've now lost heavily 2 weeks in a row.